Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense where, as you can see, we're doing another Nerd Haul. I actually originally filmed this a couple weeks ago. Excuse me, and I deleted it because I didn't like two reasons. The first, I didn't really like how I'd done it. I thought the video itself didn't get done very well. For starters, and secondly, I kind of wanted to add more to this one than what would have been in that video originally. So I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and I'm gonna redo this video at a different time. So that is what we were doing today. So we're gonna start with the biggest. Actually, no, we'll start with the small things, and then we'll get to the big thing. So starting off, I recently got Madden 11, sealed copy, by the way, for the PS3. I'm not even kidding. Completely sealed copy of Madden 11, which, you know, this is worth probably like $6, man. I could sell this. I could make a killing off of this. Maybe get it graded. It'd probably be a pretty. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm not gonna. Sports games lose value so fast. So even if this is sealed and in perfect condition, which honestly, yeah, the plastic doesn't look too bad. It doesn't. Oh, there's a rip. I think that was. Yeah, there's a rip in the seal, but for the most part, I mean, this is still a sealed copy of a game, so that's kind of cool to say I have one in my collection, because obviously I'm never gonna play this game. Yeah, it's Madden 11. Hi, Aphrodite. Next, we have Uncharted 2: Among Thieves, Game of the Year edition. I think actually it just says winner of 32 Game of the Year awards, so I don't think this is actually the Game of the Year edition. Again, another game I'm probably never gonna play. I have the collection, the Nathan Drake collection already. So I have really no reason to play this. Not to mention I'm a trophy hunter, and this platinum is unobtainable. So again, no real reason to play it. But cool to have in the collection because I'm a huge Uncharted fan. Next, I'm just gonna do these three rapid fire. We have NHL 11, 12, and 13. Which, again, sports games, not gonna play them. I do love NHL 13 though. This is one of my favorite NHL games of all time. This is actually the year right before the best game, in my opinion, NHL 14. A lot of people's opinions, actually. Yeah, NHL 14 is one of the best ones. So, kind of shocking that that one is the last one I got in the collection I got from that I got these games in. Some of these games in, I should say. Not all of them, just some of them. Next, we have Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. I've actually... Oh, well, that sucks. The offer to get this for $10 expired in 2014, the end of March. But yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. I might end up picking up the PS4 version of this at some point. I don't know if I want to play the PS3 version or if I just want to say screw it and go straight for the PS4 version. PS3 CODs, especially ones that potentially have multiplayer trophies and things that require other people like Extinction would on this, are not very fun for starters. And secondly, they play like shit because you use the L1 and R1 to shoot, and I completely forgot about that. It's a really weird thing, but yeah, so... Don't actually know if I'll end up actually playing this one or not. I might. We'll see. Neversoft worked on this? That's weird. That's really fucking weird. Moving on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. So that selection of games right there. I'm going to hide the other ones behind my back. Came with this beauty. This lovely PS3 right here, which originally came with two controllers, but the one didn't work, so I just threw it away because I wasn't about to try to get it to work. I'll just buy another one if I want to play two players on split screen or anything like that. But yeah, that was like a $90 deal to get the PS3, two controllers, all the cords, and those 9? Holy fuck, 9 games that it came with. Now granted, again, only 4 of those are really playable. And for a trophy hunter, only 3 of those actually have a platinum. And trophies in general. Modern Warfare came out before the trophy system was added. Uncharted 2 is not really platinumable because, again, online trophies, it's impossible to get. They don't have the servers up anymore. And then again, all 4 sports games, obviously, not platinumable because, again, online trophies, because that's kind of the nature of the game with sports games, is a lot of them get huge amounts of online trophies that, unfortunately, for people like you and me who don't really sweat our asses off and play sports games 24/7, not going to get. But still, $90. I think the original deal, the original offer the guy had up was $100. But because, there was a controller that didn't work, and then there was 5 sports games, right? 4 sports games, and then another game that has an unobtainable platinum for me as a trophy hunter. Look, Daddy, knock it the fuck off. Come here. For me as a trophy hunter, those kind of were less interesting to me, especially the sports games. I even told the dude, I'm like, if you don't really want to give me the sports games, that's fine. You don't have to sell them to me, it's fine. I don't mind. But he ended up selling them to me, which was cool. So, he still ended up putting them in there for $90. I offered 80. And he's like, would you be willing to do 90? I was like, yeah. That was like, I was back and forth between those 2 prices anyway. So got the deal settled. Finally got a PS3, and that was really fun. I've been having a blast playing it. But the question is, because only 2 of those games, or 3 of those games have trophies, only 2 of them are things that are already on my trophy list, so I wouldn't be just jumping in and doing games that I don't have on my trophy list. So, how have I been enjoying time on my brand new, minty fresh PS3 from, fucking 20 years? God damn, this console's getting fucking old. So what have I been enjoying? Well, I shall show you. First, we have Batman Arkham Origins. I always intended when I got a PS3, I was like, I'm going to get a PS3, and I'm buying Arkham Origins, and I'm buying the DLC. I haven't bought the DLC yet, but I do have the game. Actually, I might buy the DLC the next... honestly, I might buy the DLC when I get paid. Because why not? Obviously, the code for the Nightfall pack no longer works, which does suck, but again, it's these codes expire so fast, unfortunately, back in the day. It's not like nowadays where the codes kind of get like an extended life cycle and, period to be bought and used. Like Steep, which has the fucking code for like the X Games shit that is no longer, or the Winter Olympics shit that's no longer possible to get any other way except for physically. It doesn't expire until like 2099 or something. Like, it's a huge fucking way off or something like that, which is really cool. So yeah, got Batman Arkham Origins. I've been playing a little bit of that. It's actually, as you can tell from the fact that you can't really hear the disc in there. That's the game that's in the PS3 right now. I was playing some challenge maps the other day. It's really nice to be playing on PS3 because while I do like the PS5 and PS4 streaming for PS Plus, the server blades on that can be a little bit janky and not respond very well sometimes. And I died on my I Am the Night playthrough on that, and I've had issues getting some of the challenge maps done. So I said, screw this, I want to get a PS3 for Arkham Origins mostly. Genuinely. It does look like I can get the DLC for this still, the Season Pass, and get both Initiation and Cold Cold Heart. So that's cool. I just, again, like I said, just waiting till I get money. But that'd be really cool to get done as well. And then probably maybe even do the other 2 Arkham games on PS3 as well. And hopefully 100% the PS4 version of Arkham City, and then potentially 100% Arkham Knight. I don't know yet. We'll see. Those are both really difficult. 100% is the only problem. Arkham City, because you have to play as Nightwing, Robin, and Catwoman, who are all janky as fuck and control like shit in that game. As somebody who loves those games, like, controls leave a lot to be desired sometimes. But still pretty fun. And then Arkham Knight is just a lot of really tough challenges that I just don't want to do because I'm lazy and they suck. Community challenge maps, not fun, not gonna lie. The community challenge ones were not fun. Moving on, we also got Infamous Collection. So this is Infamous 1 and 2, technically Festival of Blood as well. Unfortunately for me, again, the code is expired, so I don't have it. I do still have the code paper in here though, because this is complete in box. Will be complete in box. We'll get to that in here in a second. So I figured I would at least like to keep it as complete. Give me 1 second. Would like to keep it as complete in box as I possibly can. So for those of you who didn't realize what just happened when that fell, this does not have the insert. So got Is this case thicker than that one, actually? You know, the cases are actually the exact same size. That's crazy. So this has an insert normally that lets you put 2 discs in here without them being on top of each other or without any other issues. Also, my paper. Give me a second. Sorry about that. My cover art was leaning out of the box and it was bothering me. So yeah, this didn't come with the insert, and I would have gotten one that was complete in box with the insert and everything like that had I paid more attention. This listing that I got this from literally said 1 game only 1 disc, and I didn't pay enough attention. It did say complete in box though, like everything was in the box, so that was a lie as well. That kind of pissed me off because the insert is clearly not in the box. So complete in box is bullshit. The entire box wasn't there. I do have a case on the way that is like a third-party case supplier that does these PS3 cases like this that have that insert. So I'm probably just going to take the insert out, swap it into this case, and then that way it'll be complete in box as long as that insert fits. Otherwise, I have that case and I'll just pop it into that one and call it a day. But I do have both games. I did end up picking up Infamous 2 right after, basically, which was in like a sleeve case with the Festival of Blood code as well, which again doesn't make sense because it's expired. Like, they didn't need to send me that. I didn't care. But it was really annoying to try to find a second or a copy of just Infamous 2, but the actual collection version, because the Infamous collection disc is different than the normal Infamous disc. It's a white one. It's got the gold, or it's got the lettering at the bottom. It's got like the gold stamp thing for the PS3 game. So I had to find the specific Infamous collection version because I did want it to be as complete in box as it could be. So obviously once that gets in, I'll have this complete in box, and that'll be pretty cool. I've actually been playing most of this. Like, I've been playing a lot of Infamous. I'm a huge Infamous fan. Sucker Punch is a great studio. Obviously Ghost of Tsushima is really big. It's really popular. It's a really great game. And Ghost of Yotai is coming out soon. So I was kind of like, I really do want them to do more Infamous, but right now I understand why they're not. So hopefully though, hopefully we'll get more soon, because Infamous is a really good series and I'd like it. Next, on to Singularity. I did recently start this one up. Haven't done much in it yet though. I'm trying to get the online stuff done first before I have to deal with the bullshit of the single player, because the multiplayer is really hard to get into and it's really hard to play. So hoping I can get the multiplayer done first and move on from those trophies forever and go on to the single player stuff. But regardless, I'm going to end up enjoying this game. I've played this before in the past, so kind of really looking forward to playing it again, potentially, and getting through it. And, you know, even if I don't end up getting the platinum, it'll still be a fun one to play. This is actually the second copy of this I bought, because the first one, which I couldn't return, unfortunately, which is fine, because this insert, this cover art, is actually from... I think it's in here, right? Somewhere? Hold up. So yeah, this case art is actually from the other copy of Singularity that didn't work. So I basically had put the game in, tried the multiplayer stuff. The multiplayer loaded up fine. For the most part, like, it loaded up into the match lobby stuff, but the lobby stuff, it works really weird in that game at this point because the game's super old. And I was like, okay, this is working fine. I'm going to rate it. I rate it, and I go to start the single player because I just wanted to check it and see if it, and it just kept freezing every time. Cleaned it off with alcohol like 5 times. Arkham Origins froze a lot too when I first got it. But after cleaning it, it seemed to work fine, so that was, that was a resolved issue. But yeah, Singularity, I cleaned off like 4 or 5 times. Tried to do everything I could. Tried to figure out what was going on. Couldn't figure it out and just said, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to buy another copy. And then I told the guy, I tried to get in touch with Macari and the person who I bought it from. And the dude seemed to be okay with, like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it returned, hopefully, because it's not working and that sucks. And then out of nowhere, Macari just closed my thing, which, granted, they have a policy of not returning stuff and not refunding if something's already been bought and rated. But I literally said, I'm like, the guy's pretty willing to do this, and they're like, okay, have him get in touch with us. So I had him get in touch with us with them, but he was also really bad at, like, responding. So it seemed like maybe he was like, I don't really give a fuck that this doesn't work for you. I've got your money, so fuck off. And yeah, so unfortunately, I have a second copy of Singularity that doesn't work. But on the bright side, I also now have a spare PS3 case in case I need it, and I can always just I'll peel off the GameStop sticker at some point, and then if I need another case for a PS3, I've got it, which is cool. Also, I mean, I know full well that there's people who will sell the fucking like instruction books and shit like that on websites. So I can always sell that to somebody who potentially doesn't have a complete in-box set of Macari for people who do go for the full like complete box. I'm not super worried about getting complete in box with everything, but to some degree, obviously, I want to have everything complete in box. Because I just think it looks nicer when you can have everything complete in box. And finally, the game that, not counting the stuff that came with the PS3, and I think even both Infamous games separately were still cheaper than this. The game that cost me the most money to get so far on the PS3, excuse me, which, to be fair, I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I do want to get the Spider-Man games for PS3, so this won't be the most expensive game for a while. Won't be there for long. It will eventually get beaten. Spec Ops: The Line. Again, also complete in box. Like I said, everything in here is complete in box so far, which is cool as fuck. But yeah, Spec Ops: The Line. Real, obviously big story that this got delisted last year out of nowhere because of, if I remember correctly, it was the soundtrack. It was licensing issues from the soundtrack. Is why it got delisted, and at the time it was still pretty cheap to buy it. Not not super cheap. It was probably like, I don't know, it was probably like $4 or $5 to buy Spec Ops: The Line physically on PS3, 360, whatever. Price, still pretty cheap. And I was thinking about getting it at that point, but I'm like, okay, but what if I buy this secondhand from somebody on Macari or something, and I can't test it to see if it works because I don't have a PS3. So I was like trying to find, it's kind of the reason I was trying to find the PS3 at the time last year, was I wanted to get Spec Ops: The Line. I wanted to get Batman Arkham Origins. I wanted to get a couple other games that were either delisted or were potentially about to be shut down for good and unobtainable. And Spec Ops: The Line was like top of that list. So I was trying to find it as cheap as I could. And I got this for like $33 after tax and shipping and everything, which kind of sucks. But like at the same time, I went on there like yesterday because somebody was like, you paid $33 for that? That's so insane. I'm like, dude, on the same website, and this is only like a few days after I'd bought it, the same game is going for like fucking $50 now. So I'll take it. Like $33 may not be the price I wanted to pay, but like I still got this game fairly cheap and I'm pretty happy with it. And I mean, my collection is slowly growing for the PS3 already, which is great. I can buy DLC for MW3, for Batman, I don't think Spec Ops has like a genuine DLC or not. But I can buy DLC for these games and I can play these games on PS3 still, which is cool. Like the fact that the store still works. It's a very weird way, but it still works. I think that's really cool. And I'm really excited to get to keep playing PS3 games and get PS3 Platinum. So, with that being said, not the next Platinum Journey video, because the next one, fingers crossed, the final Platinum on that, or the 200th Platinum that I'll be discussing will be It Takes Two, which I'm hoping to get done tomorrow/today. What is it? Like 4:35 Monday morning, the 31st. So I'm hoping I can get this done tonight or tomorrow, so like the 31st or the 1st, to get It Takes Two done with Jesse, and that will be the 200th Platinum, which obviously some of you are like, wait, you're doing the A to Z challenge, but I'm also getting Platinums outside of that challenge still. I'm just trying to specifically make sure that this is the 200th, because I think it'd be cool. Now, obviously, I have games that I could say, oh, that'd be a cool 200th Platinum as well, but I think having one with Jesse for my 200th would be really cool for me, and it'd be a really cool moment to share with him as I cross over another milestone of trophies. But yeah, so expect to see PS3 Platinums probably in the Platinum Journey video after the next one. Unless I just bum rush Infamous and finish it really quick. But I'm not going to do that. I'm enjoying the story, and I still have a second playthrough to play through. So, playthrough of the game. But yeah, so hopefully in the next video after this, or after the next Platinum Journey video, you guys will be seeing PS3 Platinum showing up, which also means hopefully I can potentially do a 30 Platinums in 30 days challenge once I can get some streaming shit and recording software stuff that will help me actually record off of my systems instead of on the systems. So, fingers crossed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Nerd Hall. I'll see you in the next one. Stay golden. Peace.